So Wimbledon 2025, arguably the biggest tennis tournament of the year and the season's biggest and most prestigious Grand Slam championship, has kick-started. Today was the first day, and while I am recording this right now, a few matches are still going on as the day is not yet over. But we have already witnessed a lot of dramatic contests, a lot of thrilling matches, some very narrow escapes, and some major upsets also in the day so far. Let us start at the beginning only. The day started under bright sunshine and scorching sun, with the temperature soaring high, which was a little too hot for the comfort of few of the spectators and the players. But in any way, it was much better than having a start to the Wimbledon under a gloomy, cloudy and rainy sky. So it actually kept the spirit of the people high. There were fans packing the stands. There were celebrities like Beckham and Southgate filling up the royalty box to watch the match of the defending champion Alcaraz. And there was a festive atmosphere everywhere, and the tennis was also brilliant, and it was thrilling and exciting. But then very soon we got to get a feel of what was in store, and what was in store was a few major upsets. And the first major upset happened when number 9 seed Daniel Medvedev was knocked out by 68 ranked French player Benjamin Bonzi in 4 sets. Yes, in one way it was a major upset because Medvedev has been an ex-world number 1 and also a Grand Slam winner. He has already won the US Open, so he is just there right at the top, among the very top of the tennis echelon. But then if you have followed Medvedev's form and performance in the last one season, you would know it was not actually a real shocking result, because Medvedev's form has dipped. His mental fatigue, his physical tiredness, and maybe he's carrying some injury, and his attitude issues, and also his constant bickering with himself and the support staff have been all visible, and that has resulted in his ranking plunging from number 1 at one stage to number 9 today. So it was not a real shock to see him losing to a player like Benjamin Bonzi, who was playing real inspired tennis today. So yes, it was an upset and Medvedev went out, but it was not shocking. But then what followed was the shocking upset. Number 8 seed Holger Rune of Denmark won the first 2 sets, and it looked at one point that he would convincingly and comprehensively beat the 143rd ranked unseeded player whose name was Nicolas Jarry. Not many people know the Chilean. And yes, it looked the Chilean was on his way out and would be getting knocked out by three straight sets by Rune. But then all of a sudden Jarry decided to play some inspired tennis, and he made a comeback which was too hot for Rune to handle, and ultimately he won 6-4 in the 5th set to win a marathon 5-set contest against number 8 seed. And so the number 8 seed was knocked out. So first number 9 seed went out, then number 8 seed went out. And if you thought the upsets were over for the day, you were wrong. It ended with 26th ranked Tsitsipas of Greece getting knocked out, though technically he gave a walkover because he was retired hurt. But then by that time he had already lost 2 sets against the 113 ranked Frenchman Valentin Royer, who played brilliant tennis. But yes, technically it would be considered as a walkover because Tsitsipas didn't complete the match. But yes, another major upset. But again, if you see Tsitsipas loss or Tsitsipas walkover or he getting knocked out of the first day, should not be considered as shocking, because his form has been plunging at a faster rate than Medvedev, and he has now landed himself at a place where his ranking has now plummeted to 26, and he is losing to players who are much below his ranking, and that's where his form is getting more and more affected and his ranking is getting affected. So unless he improves upon his game and his performance and he comes back rejuvenated, he may experience a free fall, and then he may be disappearing from the top echelon of tennis map. Yes, so that's how these upsets happened. But then the real drama of the day were not in those upsets. The real drama of the day was happening at the center court as soon as the 2-time defending champion, the man who is set to create history by winning a 3rd consecutive Wimbledon, at the same time becoming the only second man after Bjorn Borg in the Open era to hold 2 back-to-back French and Wimbledon championship titles at the same time. That is, number 2 seed Alcaraz started his campaign at the center court, and that's where the drama lied, because when he started, it looked he would just roll over the 38-year-old Fabio Fognini, who was playing his farewell Wimbledon tournament, because this is the year he's going to retire. So every tournament he's actually bidding farewell after playing that tournament. So he's already 38-year-old. He has actually accepted that this will just be a farewell tour, and yet when everybody expected that it should be 1.5 hours to 2 hours of 3 sets direct set straight set victory for Alcaraz, Fognini wanted to prove everybody wrong. Fognini wanted to create a spectacle at the center court to entertain the crowd, including the celebrities like Beckham and Southgate. What a fabulous match he played, what a dramatic match he played, and what spirit he showed both physically and mentally to fight Alcaraz point by point, game by game, set by set. He took the match to the fifth set by winning a fourth set, when after trailing 1-2, everybody thought that maybe his physical fitness would come into the picture. Alcaraz, being so great at the peak of his career after winning the dramatic 5-setter against Sinner just barely a month back, would actually really come back hard at him and maybe wrap up this match in 4 sets. But no, Fognini showed more steel, more determination, more resolve, and more hunger to win the 4th set, and Alcaraz in fact looked completely out of the contest, and it looked maybe if Fognini would maintain his form as well as his hunger and a little bit of physical fitness, he might really upset, and it would be a major upset, because the last time a defending champion had lost in the first round of Wimbledon was 22 years back in 2003, when Leighton Hewitt was knocked out by Karlovic at that time. So for 22 years it had not happened, but today it looked a real possibility with Fognini winning the 4th set. But at the end of the day, he's 38 and he didn't have any juice left, either physically or mentally, after winning that 4 sets with the help of adrenaline and hormones. So his own adrenaline helped him, but actually in terms of physicality, he had actually lost everything in that 4th set. So he didn't have anything to offer. So even though Alcaraz was not playing brilliant, he was not playing fantastic or anything exceptional, he just walked through the 5th set effortlessly and won it convincingly to win a match in almost 4 hours 20 minutes, and he got the scare of his life. And Fognini, hats up to him, he rightfully got a standing ovation from the center court crowd because he deserved it. Alcaraz would consider himself damn lucky, but as they say, he has a fabulous record in 5 sets or in marathon matches, because he has a 13-1 win-loss ratio in 5-set matches. So once again he showed today the same thing, and actually every time he's winning those close matches, those 5-set marathons, it is giving him more and more confidence to believe that he can come back from any position, and also on the days when he's not playing his best tennis, also on his off day, he can still beat and win matches. So that will be a great psychological boost to him, and who knows, maybe he will now jump into a different strata and start playing at a different level, just the type of Alcaraz which we had seen him in the both the last 2 Wimbledons. So once that happens, then he can easily go all the way and go the distance and win his 3rd back-to-back Wimbledon. But yes, based on today's date, he has to improve dramatically if he has to have any chance to win a 3rd consecutive Wimbledon. Now coming to the women's side, it was less dramatic, but we had a major scare for Madison Key, the number 6 seed, who was lucky to escape after losing the first set 7-6 against Elena Rus of Romania, and then winning it in a marathon 3-set contest 6-7, 7-5, 7-5. She would consider herself very lucky for that narrow escape. At the same time, Aryna Sabalenka, the world number 1, didn't have any such problems. She had an impressive start to the Wimbledon. She won the first set convincingly against Canadian Branston, the 24-year-old unseeded but 58th ranked player who was playing some good tennis. But in the first set, Sabalenka was too good for her. But in the second set, Branston, who is a part-time model and also a beauty contestant, gave some fight and made it really tough and close. But it was actually good for Sabalenka to get some match practice, and ultimately she won it in 2 straight sets, and it was a very impressive start to Sabalenka. So that has been the way the first day has gone. It has been thrilling, it has been dramatic, it has been exciting, and it has been really closely contested day when many seeds had a scare of their lives, many seeds had real fight in their hand, and some got knocked out. So it promises to be another fantastic second day for Wimbledon, and we can expect, with the weather holding good, the sun remaining bright, we can expect another dramatic day tomorrow, another exciting day, which we'll be talking about after the day is over tomorrow. Thank you.